Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Liv. I take a lot of inspiration for my sequences from places other than yoga, such as mobility movements or strength and conditioning. And this class is full of things that perhaps you wouldn't find in a traditional yoga class, but you're going to find them here. If you enjoy my style of classes and sequences, don't forget that there are many times throughout the week where you can catch me live via Zoom. All of those details are in the description below the video. Let's get going. So bring yourself to a nice comfortable cross-legged seat. Let your arms rest either into your lap or onto your legs. Maybe just take one final roll back of the shoulders so the chest feels broad before settling in and allowing yourself to find stillness. Start to feel the breath moving in and out through the nose. Let the face feel soft. Let the limbs feel heavy. Keeping this nice focus on your breath, take a full breath in as you circle the arms to the sky, reach them high as you gaze up and reach up. And on the exhale, let the left hand come to the floor beside you as you take a little side bend off towards it. Rolling that chest back and gazing towards the sky, and then with this right arm in the sky, start to make big backward circles. Allow the front of that right chest to get a nice stretch in that backwards reaching portion. Take one more full big circle and then place that hand on the mat behind you. Twist to look over the right shoulder, your left hand to hold the outer knee to give you a little bit of assistance there. Either leave the right hand behind if it helps you sit tall, or maybe wrap it around your lower back and take a little half bind if your fingertips can search out your left thigh, or just hold on to your waistband. Breathe in, can you sit any taller? Breathing out, finding that rotation, feeling that openness on the front of the right shoulder. Take one more breath in and release it on the breath out. The inhale circles the arms back to the sky, lifting the rib cage away from the hips. On the exhale, right hand comes to the floor beside you as the left arm reaches up and over. Start to make those big circles with the left arm, really focusing on the backwards portion of that circle so that we're opening the front of the body, making those circles as large as you can. Take one more big circle, arm goes all the way up, and then as it comes down, place it behind you, twist to look over left shoulder as the right hand draws against your thigh. That hand again can either stay there or take that little half bind as you hook the fingertips or hold the waistband, letting the front of that left shoulder get a little extra length. Big breath in, big breath out. Let yourself unravel and come back to center, and then drawing the soles of the feet to face one another so you've got a nice big diamond shape of the legs. Let your hands come together as if you are holding a big wooden spoon, and then start to make big stirs with that spoon. Big circles. Feel your shoulder blades move apart from one another as you reach forwards, and draw them back towards each other as you pull back. Switch the direction and stir the other way. Keep pressing the thighs away from you, allowing the hips and the lower back to find some length. Good. Draw those arms all the way back towards center, and then keeping the legs where they are in front of you. Think of your right knee and place it where your right foot was. Internally rotate the leg. Return it back to where it came from and switch sides. Left knee goes where left foot was. Keep your torso upright. As you move from one side to the next, allow the torso to stay nice and tall on top of your hips, finding internal then external rotation of the hips from one side to the other. Now, come back to the right side, so right knee goes where right foot was, left hand goes to the floor behind you, and as you inhale, lift your bum off of the mat, right arm goes up and alongside the ear as you press the right rib cage to the sky. Engaging through your bum muscles, think of a little bit of a tuck of the tailbone, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bum comes back down, switch it, feet back towards diamond, and then left knee to where the left foot was. Right hand goes behind you, and as you inhale, hips rise, left arm goes up and over, lengthening out the front of the body, nice and long through that left thigh, hip flexor, belly, chest. Inhale. As you exhale, bum comes back down. Let your heels hug in towards your bum. I want you to roll your way over and then come to tall kneeling, so right up onto your knees. Now you need a little bit of mat length for this, so maybe just march yourself forwards to the top of your mat. Tuck those toes under behind you, and I want you to try and do these movements with as much control as you can. But just enjoy it, have fun with it. From tall kneeling position, bum comes down towards your heels. Can you lift your knees, plant your heels, plant your bum, and then roly-poly back? Come all the way forwards onto the feet, plant the knees, and back to tall kneeling. We're going to do it 3 more times. Use the control of the momentum to come up and over, rolling, press into those feet. Use your hands to help you if you need, but sometimes a little bit of practice, and we find enough momentum to get up. This is number 3, coming up, coming over, lifting hips. And then last one. As you roll back, this time as you roll back forwards, I want you to hug your heels to your bum and step yourself back into down dog. One way or another, finding your downward facing dog. Maybe take a little pedal out of the legs, a nice firm push into the hands. Feel the openness of your armpits. Deep inhale and a full exhale. With the right leg, as you inhale, lift it to the sky, 3-legged dog. Keep it as straight as you can, strong through the thigh. On the exhale, guide the foot forwards. Place it just wider than the right hand, but keep it on the mat, so bring your hand in if you need to, keeping the right knee nice and close towards right shoulder for lizard. Chest pulls forwards, left glutes engage, breathing in, breathing out. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, drop your back knee to the mat and turn your front foot slightly out and away from you. As you inhale, circle the right arm to the sky, option to stay there. Or as you exhale, bend the back knee, the hand in the sky catches the back foot. And as you draw the heel slightly in towards your bum, you've got the option for this front thigh to roll away from you onto the knife edge of this right foot. Inhale right into the belly. Exhale, soften the face. One more big breath in. As you exhale, softly release the foot, 2 hands towards the top of the mat in front of your feet. The back foot is going to step in and mirror the front foot as you come down into a Malasana. Elbows drive the thighs wide, chest sitting nice and tall. Maybe take a little bit of movement left to right to help those hips settle. From there, right arm is going to sweep wide, pinning the right knee a little bit wider. And as you inhale, left arm reaches high towards the sky. Both knees are driving wide. The right arm is helping the right one, but the left leg, you've got to do that work. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, let the hands come down. Push your hips to the sky for a ragdoll fold and just turn your feet to be parallel so that they're pointing towards the top of the mat. Your hands can either dangle, you can cross them if you prefer. Maybe allow yourself a little bit of a sway because your feet are still quite wide. They're about as wide as your mat. And so as you sway from one side to the other, one hamstring should definitely feel it that little bit extra as the body weight moves side to side. Great. Let yourself come back towards center, interlace your hands and cradle the back of your head and just allow your arms to be a dead weight. There's no push, there's no pull, but they're just heavy. Keep the knees softly bent and with a rounded spine, we're going to roll our way all the way up to stand, keeping this feeling of heavy arms as we stretch the upper back. And then as you rise all the way up to stand, release those arms by your sides. With the left arm, inhale, send it to the sky. And then as you exhale, side bend towards the right side, left side body gets nice and long. Feet are wide, it helps the side bend feel more comfortable. Think of a slight engagement of your bum muscles as you reach out through those left fingertips. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, draw yourself all the way back upright. Keep that left arm in the sky. You're going to take your weight onto your left foot, draw your right knee towards your chest, and the left hand is going to catch that knee. Option to catch the foot instead by holding on to the big toe. As you press the heel away is your option if you're holding the foot. The right arm is going to start to reach to the back of the mat. Can you turn your chest? Can you even turn your gaze towards your back hand? Keep the chest nice and proud, strong through left glutes for stability. Take a deep breath in. And then step the foot to the back of the mat as the right hand comes down. Left arm circles to the sky into a simple twisted lunge. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. As you draw the hand down towards the mat, we're stepping back into down dog. If you want to add in a vinyasa to your own practice here, you're very welcome to, but there's always the option to not to, which is generally my preference. Shoulder blades nice and broad. Press the thighs back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left leg rises to the sky, three-legged dog. On the exhale, guide it forwards to the left side of the mat, just a little bit wider than the hand. Two hands on the inside the foot for your lizard lunge, chest pulls forwards, press down into the inner arch of your front foot. Find some space between the mat and your back thigh as you lift the thigh away from the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. From there, dropping the back knee to the floor, turn the front foot to angle slightly away from you. As you inhale, circle the left arm to the sky, an option to stay there. Or as you exhale, bend the back knee and the hand can catch the foot as you draw the heel towards your bum. Same as the other side, you have the option to let the front thigh drive away from you as you roll onto the knife edge of the left foot. Steady inhale. Steady exhale. Great, take one more in. As you exhale, release the foot, two hands to come to the mat. Back foot is going to step in to mirror the front foot as the sit bones drop towards heels as we sit tall for our Malasana. If Malasana is super challenging for your hips, a nice way to work on it so that it'll find a little bit more openness into your hips is let a hand stay behind you. That way the ankle and the hip are in the shape that they want to be and we're pushing our body weight forwards. From there, left arm can pin that left leg wide. Inhale, right arm spins to the sky, opening the chest as you gaze up towards fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Great, last one here. On the exhale, hands come down, hips into the sky as you turn into a ragdoll fold. Let the toes readjust so they're pointing towards the top of the mat. Think of the sit bones lifting and widening in the sky. The weight is ever so slightly forwards towards the balls of the feet, but the heels are firmly down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let those hands cradle the back of the head, heavy elbows just flopping towards the sides of the face. Knees are bent, spine is rounded as we roll our way all the way up to stand. Releasing the head when you get there. Right arm, inhale to the sky. As you exhale, side bending towards the left. Keep the hips ever so slightly forwards as the right rib cage rolls back. Make sure you can breathe all the way in, all the way out. As you inhale, pull yourself all the way up to stand. The arm in the sky is going to catch hold of your left knee. Option to take hold of left big toe instead to extend through the leg. Your choice, and if you're extending the leg, it doesn't need to straighten. You can keep it bent. Pull the shoulder back into the joint, and then left arm is extending towards the back of the mat. Can you turn through the chest? Can you turn through the gaze? Maybe gaze towards left side. That's kind of like option one. Option two is taking it towards the hand, which is super challenging for the balance. Whatever you have here, take one more breath in. As you exhale, release the foot, step it back, left hand comes to the floor, and then the right arm turns to the sky. Deep breath in, and a full breath out. Lovely. From there, hand comes down, foot steps back either to down dog or you can take one more vinyasa here. When you get back to down dog, take a full breath in and a full breath out. As you look forwards to the top of the mat, let your feet walk in, keeping your hands on the floor as long as you possibly can. Can you get your feet to roughly where your wrists are, feet are hip distance apart? I then want you to guide your bum down towards your heels with as much grace as possible. Plant your bum down onto the mat. 2 feet to be onto the floor in front of you. Maybe choose to take your feet a little bit wider than your hips. It might feel a little bit more comfortable. Your right hand is going to go behind you with your fingertips pointing to the back of the mat. Let your left hand come forwards, kind of like in between your feet, and your left arm quite perfectly for my new mat today. You're going to think of drawing a rainbow. So you're going to press down into your feet, and as you lift your hips, as you inhale, lift that left arm all the way up and over. Let your gaze follow it, otherwise look at the mat if the neck doesn't like it. Push the floor away through that right arm, reaching the rib cage to the sky. Hold it there, breathe in. And then draw it all the way back as your bum comes to the floor. Same on the second side. Left hand is behind you, fingertips point away. Right hand starts at the mat, and with a nice full breath in, you're lifting through the hips, driving the rib cage to the sky, nice and strong through leg muscles, opening through the whole front side of the body. Hold there, full breath in. And then as you exhale, return it all the way back down to the mat, finding a little point of balance onto your sit bones. Shins are going to float just away from the floor. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other for a nice proud boat pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, last little burst of energy. Let your hands come in front of your chest. Let your lower back come to the floor. You can either stay here with the legs bent, press that lower back down. If you want to make life harder, start to extend your legs away from you. If you want to make life even harder, lower them towards the floor, but keep your lower back down. Hold whichever variation you've chosen to subject yourself to for 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Release your heels towards the corner of the mat. Release your arms alongside you into Savasana. Closing the eyes. Allow your breath to move steadily. Start to let go of the control. Feel a heaviness of your limbs against the mat as a softness washes over the body. And then take a nice full, deep breath in. Find some movements back in the hands, the feet. Maybe a nice big stretch above the head. You can then curl your knees in to give yourself a little hug, a little squeeze. And in whichever way is most comfortable for you, return your way all the way up to seated. Your final breath in to circle the arms to the sky. And the final breath out to lower hands towards belly and chin towards chest. Thank you so much for practicing with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the class. Don't forget to give yourself a good pat on the back for dedicating these few moments to do something good for your body and brain today. I always love to hear what you thought of the class, and I love to see the comments. I do my best to get through them all, and please know that even if I'm a little bit slow at acknowledging them, I absolutely love reading through them, and they are so heartwarming. So thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and you can check out my website for more of my yoga teacher offerings. Heels. Can you then lift your knees? Oh no.